What's happening, Vault Hunters? We are now jumping back into Borderlands 3. I am on my flak playthrough, and we have just got to the Anvil, and it is time for us to get Hammerlock out of here. He has been held up in this place for far too long. We need to get him out and get to the next step of the main story.
The team I sent in still isn't responding. Something must have happened. Get that gate open, Vault Hunter.
I wonder who the team is. We've got to meet up with them first. So, pretty interesting step of the story here. So, the Anvil obviously is a prison. Oh, one second, let me get this voice log. Yeah, we'll do the voice logs in another video. But, yeah, so it's a pretty interesting step in the story, coming across to this prison. But after gaining his powers from Maya, Troy has been getting up to no good, and he needed a group of people that he could consider expendable. They obviously consider pretty much all of the psychos expendable, but for whatever reason he decided that prison was a good place to go to try and experiment with his new powers. And yeah, we need to get in here, get Hammerlock out, put an end to this. Pow. Oh, baby. Hey, Slab.
Oh, hell yeah, another Vault Hunter. This job just keeps getting better. Help me beat down some bandits. Here comes
Rick is very much the essence of Borderlands as far as I'm concerned. He's very keen, he's very,
I'm about to lay down some hurt.
very much just, very much, let's go, let's get this done, and let's do it in the loudest way possible. I don't think anything personifies Borderlands as a series more than just Rick's whole deal. I have got some things that are off to the side over here, just sort of piquing my interest, but those are tied to side quests, so we're going to keep pushing forward here. Got to get my head in Borderlands 3 mode. I've been playing quite a lot of other games recently. It's been a little while since we progressed with this one.
Go and meet death.
With my trenching heart.
Still got to keep an eye out for 3 different guns. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but there's that blue pistol I've been looking for. So I need to remember to check those. Alien blue pistol. I'll recognise the name if I see it. But a really interesting gun. So this one I'm running at the moment. We obtained from the Snowblind Complex, which is the kind of battle royale Axton and Salvador DLC, which I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to call it mercenary games, but it's not mercenary games. I forgot the name of it. I know the place. I know the people involved. With the murder cane. Getting too old to see now.
time to fight.
Give me the loot, give me the loot. What? Where'd that go? Hey! Get back here. What is that? Rhino? I'm not sure I know what the rhino is. Well, off the top of my head, I definitely don't know what a rhino is. Me likey.
The hunt takes all.
I mean, at some point, the amount of time I've put in this game, at some point, I'm pretty sure I've had everything. Pretty much. But there's so many things that it definitely is a lot to remember. Get some more ammo for this bad boy.
This was always your end.
But yeah, so this one you can see as I reload, I get 3 little guns that are just going to jump out and do their own thing. Do a good amount of damage. Just let them finish them off.
Now let's get it, Slab.
Meat slab, I presume.
Yeah. Glad you're here.
Good old brick.
Things got complicated. I was waiting for the
Lots
signal
of
from our
dead dogs at
demolition
this
expert,
point.
but
3
something
dead
went
dogs.
down. Must have been zealots or
very
COV
sad.
or whatever we're calling
Between
it.
every game,
Name
it seems
doesn't
like he
matter.
gets
as
a
long as I
puppy
get
killed.
to hit him hard.
And that's
hit him
Brick's
real
main
hard.
reason
I got to get
for
you
having
to
to
our
stop all
demolitionist
this.
team. Right. We're supposed to be using code names. Crook Bunny needs your help. Follow me.
Meat Slab, Crunk Bunny, I can't remember what Mordecai's alias is for this. Pretty serious prison. Except for where it says bum, just I think maybe it said burn, but I'm childish, so.
And Meat Slab. I'm a lot of things. This way.
Yes, to the bloodletting.
All right. More punches.
Just get them bastards to deal with everything. Just seeing that psycho spinning around there just made me think about Krieg, and it was great how you had such a variety of characters in Borderlands 2, and the characters in 3 are great, but it does make me sad that they didn't bother to do any extra characters. That could have been a lot of fun. I still don't think they should have killed off Typhon de Leon, sorry, Brick. Typhon de Leon, and I'm not sure if they have killed off Typhon de Leon, but you'll have to wait for my video on that. But yeah, I thought he would have been a great character to replay the game and have him like adding in all sorts of extra stuff, so his voice logs like, you know, amped up.
I hope Hammerlock's all right.
Just a lot more story and lore that could have been given to us.
We're almost there, and trust me, you don't want to keep Crunk Bunny waiting.
Won't keep you waiting, Crunk Bunny. Oh, she's way at the back there.
It's an ambush. Let's
Real
beat 'em
time
together,
rearrange.
Slab.
More friends of yours to kill. Fun. That big dumbass
See if I can knock over my shelving unit while I'm at it.
Oh no, more guards!
The voice actors for Tyrene is fantastic. I think they really nailed that character. Good fun. Not as big of a character, obviously, as what they did with Jack, but Tyrene, is great fun, and I love the banters. It's just helps keep everything balanced enough between serious and fun.
You there? How are your last breaths going?
I am. Sort my gaming out. I like the fire mode on this one, despite it not being the main focus of the gun. It seems pretty cool, nice fire rate. Very, very clear where your shots are going. You obviously get your little buddies flying around with you, but then while they're out, I throw that and that still just works like a normal grenade. Funny little gladiator quote there, Russell Crowe. Were you not entertained?
Nice fight. Usually I'm a solo brawler, but that duet was baller. I gotta go help out our sniper. You meet up with Crunk Buddy.
Out the way, matey. Good work.
You look like a killer.
Later!
Nah, I should
Peace out.
warn ya. Crunk Bunny is a damn prodigy with explosives, but how do I say this? She's nuttier than squirrel shit.
And that's why we like her.
Move and you die. I will now read the crimes of the condemned. You kidnapped my... You moved. Whatever.
What's up, girl?
Wainwright told me to save Hammerlock.
Okay, look, here's the deal. They're keeping Hammylocks in low security, and there's a big old door that needs blowing up. But shit's got complicated, and some bandits took my bomb! Okay. Okay. So, do me a favor and grab some toppings for this bomb-ass pizza. Full disclosure, it is actually a bomb. It's a noodle bomb. I know this place got the toppings I need somewhere. Santina's got a special recipe, extra spicy.
Now scurry on, I shan't be tipping. And then I'm like, here's a tip, kaboom, sucker! Pizza's open doors, that's my point.
Actually got my rotation a little bit close to... I've got things set up in Wonderlands at the moment as I'm working through that. Similar sort of set of tools on right now. Which is quite handy, because normally everything I'm doing is so dramatically different, I forget what I'm doing. Now it's just a normal level of forgetting what I'm doing, rather than total tomfoolery. But yeah, if you're interested in Wonderlands at all, so I'm doing playthrough on Wonderlands, and Borderlands 1, 2 and 3. I've started playthrough of Tales from Borderlands 1, we want to get that covered. We're basically just re-engaging with these games, looking to just re-examine everything, have a playthrough, and then I'm going to be doing a number of videos. Well, they'll probably come up before I finish them, finish the playthroughs, but I've got a number of videos that I want to make talking about different aspects of the game and stuff. So it's been pretty educational doing them all in tandem. I've not played all of these games at the same time before, so it's really kind of telling what things worked and what things didn't. I will be bringing the pre-sequel into this location, although I have a horrendous opinion of the pre-sequel. I spent a fair bit of time in that game and pretty much hated most of it. But in the interests of this little project, I will be pulling that into rotation as well. Just, if nothing else, so that we've got a clear example of things that are better or worse about the franchise. And who knows, maybe there's things I'll end up being more sympathetic towards, things I may enjoy a bit more. I've definitely had that with this game, Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands. My opinion of these has always been lower than Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 I consider to be the best game in the franchise, and one of the best games ever, and probably my favourite game, probably the game I've spent the most time in over the years. But in the replay, with the modern kind of advantages of, you know, the increased mobility and, I don't know, some other aspects of the games, I'm really starting to lean towards maybe this being the favourite game, but I'm also having a lot of fun in Wonderlands. I was really annoyed with Wonderlands for the size of it being smaller than I was expecting, and then the DLCs not being the size I was expecting and not the type of content I was expecting. But regardless of that, there's a lot of things they've fixed in those games that play really well. I mean, maybe there's some leaning towards them just because they're newer and I haven't played them as much, but I don't know, there is some good stuff there, and it's been really fun going back through. So that's what we do. That's what we do on this channel. Playing Borderlands, we're going to talk about Borderlands and just kind of see where it takes us.
Another false sight. Here it comes.
Definitely harder to do that bit of movement now that I've switched my controls around.
You're already dead. You know that, right?
To just get used to that. Bit of an awkward combination. Clicking the stick and then upper back paddle using an Xbox Elite 2 controller. I mean, if you can call it using. Fumbling with.
Nice.
She's gonna make us a pizza! Go, go, go! Now I'm sad that it's not a real pizza. I mean, I suppose we need a bomb right now, but
Now deliver that pizza to my
definitely
sniper
prefer
man,
pizza.
who I like to call
the Birdman, right, okay.
That's not my code name.
You right. What was it again? Boo chuckadoo? Zapper clapper? Hurdy birdie gurdy man? Bird boy? that Birdman? Bird brain? Something with bird.
Just Sniper. Come on.
Maybe that's why I couldn't remember his nickname then.
I am en route to you, Birdie, Birdie,
Great.
Birdie Man.
Tina's such a fun character.
Go and kill!
I mean, that's got to be one of the main reasons that the Borderlands season just hits so well with me in the first place. Like, gaming should be fun. There's lots of different aspects of gaming, lots of different types of games. Sometimes you're doing it to chill, sometimes you're doing it because you're trying to teach yourself something or challenge yourself, you know, with your hand-eye coordination or puzzle solving or whatever. But Borderlands just has such a good mix of things. And then just, you know, the vibe of it, the art style, and the comedy, and all the writing and scenarios just means that it is such a focus on fun, just having a good time, and doing a lot of the core things that I would consider gaming. So you've got bits of puzzle, bits of shooting, navigation, exploration, looting. Then you've got thinking out your builds for your character, setting up different builds to be able to play different ways. You've got some sort of jump puzzle stuff in different places. And then, yeah, some over-the-top story, a bit of fun. I mean, it's tough to do something like this if they were doing it and actually trying to keep the story serious. It just wouldn't work. It would just be too much, too awkward most of the time. So with the tone they set, you're able just to have fun, and they can pretty much do what they want. There's no limits within the world of Borderlands. It does concern me a little bit for the future, because with great power does come great responsibility. So just because you can do stuff, whatever you want, doesn't mean you should. We're going to get to that in a conversation at some point. The new Tales of the Borderlands has aired a number of concerns in that direction. Some odd things they might be doing with the franchises moving forward. And we do now have confirmation that Borderlands 4 and Wonderlands 2 are both in development. So those are going to be showing up at some point. No dates or anything like that at the moment. It's effectively, like, leak isn't the right term, but it's via someone's LinkedIn information, so their kind of online CV effectively states that they're working on those projects. So there's always a possibility that may be a little bit incorrect, or I don't know. I don't know the specifics of that person or the details surrounding it, so there's always a possibility that something there could be wrong, but seems pretty likely. And I got high hopes for both. So we're going to do lots of complaining in videos. Right, let's get this guy free, because I've run out of tea. That wasn't meant to rant, but I am just naturally a bit of a lyricist. Alright, let's see how our arms race guns go in here, which is what the name of that activity was. I couldn't remember earlier. The DLC that's sort of a little bit of a poke at the Battle Royale style. It's interesting enough, I thought that was a great idea. I don't think they really did the arms race event the way it should have been done, but there's tons of potential there, and because of the way Borderlands is structured with such a loot focus and the amounts of different loot and things you can do with the character and all the rest of it, some form of kind of fun battle royale mode could actually work. Could really work for like some in-game content. It's great having trials and takedowns and chaos chambers and things of that nature where you're, you know, working through arenas and that, but something like that that's actually in a place where you're roaming freely, that can also do the same thing but feel more organic. I mean, there's definitely big room for that, so I hope that that's something they are trying to develop. Now, hold on to that. Yeah, alright. I'm doing it! Well, you're not free, you're still in there, and you've probably got half of the bones in your body broken now, but and you don't seem to be able to exit. So, still not free. I'm going to wait until you're free. Then I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to stand right here.
Location marked.
Until you can figure it out. Fine, I give in. You win.
My thanks, Vault Hunter. I'm not
You're
too
welcome.
worse for wear, all things considered. I'm glad that Wainwright sent you.
Pretty much normal.
Now, as to my
Like this like that
incarceration,
already.
I'm sorry to say the one who traded me to those wretched Calypso twins in exchange for the Jacobs Corporation. That foul creature is my own sister, Aurelia Hammerlock. That's why she sold me to the cult. Simply put, she despises me. She always has.
I feel bad now. Like I was just a spectator. He wasn't actually doing anything
Family
wrong.
is not blood.
He might have
but you
been
hunt
wearing
them.
that mask
My beasts
as
are
just
my
a disguise to try and fit in and just not get killed by these guys, but might be secretly doing all sorts of good things in the background and somehow working to an end that was actually beneficial to us. And maybe I've screwed that up now just by shooting some innocent bystander who was doing nothing. Doesn't even have a gun on him or anything. I need to seriously rethink my life. Nope. 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 Do. Don't trick me into leaving yet. Gotta get my loot.
Sniffed it out, did you?
I'm gonna take this. Something simple for Borderlands 4. I will be discussing a lot of suggestions or hopes I have for the next Borderlands. These assets are very good. All the boxes and all the other things they throw in just to keep things constantly like lootable. That is something that I think Borderlands does better than any game. There is always things around to open, and that definitely helps my want to steal as you run around this game, just to be shooting people and jumping between stuff and just opening like everything as you go is just super fun. Very, very small change. It would just be cool if, I don't know, they just stuck in some different colours. I mean, these lockers, as far as I can recall, wherever they are in the game, they're always a blue locker. But it can't be that much of a thing for them just to change the colour, and then these boxes, you could have dark brown ones or grey ones. Just so they're just a little bit different. Not a big deal, but a simple thought. Might help to make some of the environments look a little bit different, so that
This seems to be
you
the end
don't
of me.
just see them everywhere.
I always thought I would be snapped in twain by the jaws of some slavering beast, or...
I'm just gonna travel. Just gonna go ahead and do that. Right, let's get back to Jacobs and find out what we got next. Probably do one more thing for this video. That didn't take that long. What's up, girl?
Come, friend, to me.
I mean, that's like
Vault Hunter.
that bit there was
I
pretty
am
much the
Baroness
main
Aurelia
chunk you
Hammerlock,
get of
CEO
Brick,
of the
Mordecai,
Jacobs
and Tina in
Corporation.
this game, which
I've just
I'm
been
a bit sad about.
informed that you rescued my brother.
Come on, Aurelia.
Disappointing. It's a family affair, and you've no business interfering. That said, Vault Hunters are nothing more than whores, so I will simply pay
The
you to
queen
leave
of the
my
pre-sequel.
permit. Come to Jacob's Manor to negotiate your price.
A sniper character, no less.
Ah,
Ugh,
my rescuer
even
in
with
the
that, I
flesh.
couldn't find fun in that game.
Oh, and when you see Alistair, tell him I'm rich.
Your sister is rich. Oh,
My
Yes.
darkness consume you.
sorry. What am I doing?
Vault Hunter,
Focus.
you magnificent bastard! You did it!
Wow,
Now
that's
I am
cruel.
truly in your debt.
Vault Hunter. My sister contacted you, didn't she?
Yes.
Say freeze.
Aurelia offered to pay me to leave Eden 6.
That damn harpy!
Anything Aurelia offers in one hand.
I need 2 SMGs on.
Is only to distract from the knife in the other.
Snipers. Very Borderlands 2 sniper, this one.
Which is why we're going.
Really?
Vault Hunter, you did right by us, prying
love this
Alistair from
chair.
the fangs of those zealots. Now, Jacobs is true to his word. I'll get you that vault key. But that means both you and I are going into that harpy's den together.
Uh-oh.
The key's been in my family for generations, but the exact location, well, that's one secret my father took to his grave. You accept Aurelia's invitation and keep her distracted while I search the manor for the key.
That could work.
You hear?
Alright, I'm in. Okie doke. Go to Jacob's Manor. Nope. Where are you going? Go get a car from the garage, fool. Fool. I don't want to walk there.
You must meet with my
This is a
sister.
swamp.
I shall speak plainly. Aurelia is one of the wealthiest creatures in the galaxy, but do not be fooled by the fine furs and priceless jewels she wears. She has the heart of a bandit. She takes what she wants. She believes in nothing but herself. If she had the charisma of Tyrene or the cunning of Troy, she would have started her own cult long ago. She has found her true family in the Calypsos.
Just kidding. Wiggity, 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 wiggity. Paint job. That'll do. Deploy that bad boy. It's better to stay up. I feel like this is a fairly long section. I'm trying to think. So,
Welcome back,
I
little
think
friend.
today I will just play as far as getting into Jacob's Manor, because there's a few things I want to look at around the sides as we head up. And I think it does take a little while to go through the manor. Just trying to think.
So the whore reaches for the cash. I knew you'd come. A vault hunter's loyalty is always for sale. Come to the manor and you'll get your money.
A fair price.
What's up, Merle?
Got me a job held by the witch. Up to no good, I'd wager.
I'd wager that too.
Well tracked, beast.
Right, I'm not going to do that for the moment. I like the music.
And feel free to mow down the Calypso's followers along the way. Followers, servants, all nearly as dispensable as vault hunters.
Freeze.
Your path things. Rest now. Your hunt is over.
Okay.
Taking
Get that
that
turned
filthy
off.
filth off the radio is important. Now we can replace it with my kind of filth.
Please don't. Dragon. Take this guy down. So, I think El Dragon is actually an Easter egg of the game Battleborn, which Gearbox Software worked on before this game. and it didn't go to plan. It was a fantastic game. I absolutely loved Battleborn. It definitely needed work. It definitely had things that weren't ready to go. But the idea was sound, and the world they created was good fun in those games. And one of the characters was a character called El Dragon, who moved and acted like that. That was just with a kind of a psycho skin over him, but fun little inclusion for the game. There's a iridium symbol tablet down there, which you can see on the mini map, but I'm not doing that right now. I think in this quest, I think there is increased chance for loot midgets, loot tinks, whatever you want to call them. So try and keep an eye out for those.
I want to see what your guts look like. The power of the beast.
That guy went Super Saiyan.
I am unleashed.
Right, so there's another... Oh no, it's a claw... Oh no, it's a voice log, Typhon voice log. I knew there was something else over here. A few things here right at the start need to be ticked off.
I had some good times in this little hamlet, drinking with Lonnie and his wife Margaret. Anywho, we have a few drinks, then I say,
I can do that now.
why'd you make me slip all the way out here? He leans in and says, well, I saw what happened to Promethea when you found that vault, and I figure, if there's a vault here, I want to know about
I must say, I admire how the Calypsos convinced every illiterate piece of talking meat to worship them with blind devotion. Makes a rich bitch want a cult of her own. Perhaps when my business here is finished.
There's a 0 target in here.
a monster. Waste no time with such quandaries. They both bleed the same.
Check
the
on
light
life
bleed
and
from
my heckle.
Two sides of a coin.
Well,
Both were out of
that was anticlimactic.
two faces, one grave. This is my moment!
I don't think I can go off
Time to crack you open.
there. Iridium! Need that. So there's tons of those iridium crystals just around in the earlier levels of the game. You will have passed them for a very long time, but until you get to the Rampager vault, you can't break them. You get a tool that means you can then smash them up. And then those earlier levels of the game, when you go back and revisit those for one thing or other, you can just smash some when you're there. I think they're just like an RNG randomly generated asset on the map. So. Shotgun tinks? No, we want loot tinks. We want loot. Come on, game. Give me the goods. Come on, then. Get him, boys!
Great spot.
Now, there's a chest above me on this lift as we go up.
I'm nearly inside the manor by way of a rather tight underground passage.
Jacob's estate has more entrances than a harlot at a bordello for squids, if you don't mind a tight squeeze. Speaking of suckers, while you distract Aurelia, I'll search the cabaret and the theater wing. My father had a study hidden underneath the stage.
I think there's one up there.
There's a clue to the vault key.
I don't think I can
It'll
do
be
this
in
quick
there.
enough to get back to the ride, but I'll give a look. No, wow, that went up. That went up way faster than it came down. Surely that's backwards. Surely it should come down faster than it goes up. I have to wait. Oh, pain. Lots of pain. Well, we're almost at the main building, so we'll just do a little bit more looking around. There is an area off to the left. I think there's another. I think maybe there's another voice log up here, and then there's also. I'll show you where another trial can be located. I can't remember which trial it is, but the location for that bit of endgame content is just up here around the corner. Oh, excuse me. Tired.
It rustles my jackboots to see that harpy chilling my ancestral halls. My family's portraits were thrown out into the gully with no more pomp than
As I'm heading to the
Spanish
estate
gun.
one day,
What I would give to introduce her to the business end of my shotgun.
Whoa. It's like your fiance's sister. Gosh. It's a cruel world out there. Yeah, so there's a
Look here.
trial totem there, so you have to activate that, and then you'd still have to go back to Sanctuary and navigate to the location, but that's where you pick up the location. Bench. Don't think there's really anything much off to the right. Really, really cool. I love the mansion. It's sort of funny because you feel like they originally just made it kind of this big, and then they were like, nah, I don't know if that's enough. Let's add like a bit at the front and make it seem a little bit more elaborate. It also seems very much the same as the hunting lodge, so I'm not sure whether some of this is carried across from one to the other, but you know, they built that bit and thought, nah, it's still not big enough, so let's copy and paste the first house. Let's do like an annex bit, and let's put a tower in, and just literally it just escalated and escalated until you have this really fantastic what would be a sort of a hand-built house, a sort of traditional slatted and tiled house, but just it looks so unique because it's such a sort of primitive building style versus, you know, some of the other stuff that you see in the game, sort of Promethea and all the rest of it. A lot more traditional. It's cool. Evil door. But yeah, this bit here, like, obviously feels almost identical to it does at the lodge. Nope, I lied. We're gonna get this done. Is there anybody?
Right on time, Vault Hunter. Please do come in.
Hello, I'm here for the bounty
Can make
reward.
even proper hospitality
Yes.
sounds sinister, but go along with whatever she says while I search the cabaret.
I'll be with you in just a moment. Wait for me in the dining hall and we'll discuss your pay.
Cabaret.
So, Clayton, you wish to speak to me?
Clay's fine. Old Monty just got a generous offer on the Jacobs Corporation. He turned it down, of course, but I thought you'd want to know it came from one Aurelia Hammerlock.
I assure you she cares little for Jacobs itself. This is about me.
Figured out that much myself. But your sister doesn't strike me as the type to let things lie. You know her, Alistair. Is this the end or the beginning?
A lizard.
Afraid you lost me there.
Once, when we were children, my sister and I found an extremely rare lizard in the woods near our home. A magnificent specimen. Aurelia wanted to keep it as a pet, but my sister has never been one for cultivating life, shall we say. I nurtured it in secret, despite her insisting the lizard was hers. I labored to build a
Voice
proper
log
habitat,
is
natural
too
flora,
long
the
for
right
where it
balance
is.
of water and sunlight, ample food, of course. But one day
Definitely
I
a problem
returned
in
to
this
find the
game.
lizard dead. The water level was too high. There were scratch marks on the glass where it had clawed
Sorry.
madly for air.
Holy me! You should see the look on your stupid face.
The vault thief, as promised.
Not bad, Baroness.
look.
But you still owe us a vault key.
I am working on it as we speak. Well, I will leave you to your fun. Good doing business with you, Vault Hunter.
This is awesome. We haven't really had a chance to get to know each other, huh? And Ty's been doing most of the talking.
Nope, never will.
Plan. You search the cabaret. I'll keep this punk-ass rat boy running around like a jabber with his bum.
So Wainwright showed up,
Bring it on!
This was all waiting for.
took a pot shot at Troy, which let us get free, and then Troy has gone off chasing him around the house. So that's about all you need to know about that scene. And freaking invincible!
They're getting away! Children of the Vault, wake your empty heads up and start shooting! Kill the Vault Hunter!
I feel like the voice actress on Aurelia as well is, sorry for disturbing your sleep. I don't know, I feel like it's meant to be really over the top and flamboyant, but it just feels too much. Maybe it's not too much. Maybe it's just that it irritates me. Maybe that's the point. So in which case, congratulations, excellent voice acting. You know, you guys are cute and all, and you're doing a great job, but
You find something for
you're
me?
a bit annoying with the noise. So we're gonna let them sleep for a bit. They've been working really hard. We don't want to tire them out. Ah! Hideous.
Say, rat boy, aren't you the one who has to suck at your sister's teeth for sustenance? Die in a gutter!
I mean, he doesn't anymore, but as far as I know.
You should give up, Frosty!
It's a good thing that they did decide to go for the very large mansion. It does a good job of breaking up the kind of environments we go to, obviously. Like, this is a nice change of pace. Looks very different than anything else we've been to so far. And as said earlier, you know, this sort of thing wouldn't work in a lot of scenarios, but to have just a ridiculous house in this theme at this size works in Borderlands, baby. It works in Borderlands. I can run. This house would be great for hide and seek. Basement, huh? Remember, I'm meant to do something with that skull. But I'm not sure if that's quest step or an extra thing? Might just be it's locked until we clear out the riffraff.
Your animal! You are mine! In a minute!
You're
Still alive.
and dead.
Come on now. Oh, come here, you.
Hostile. There.
Get him. Ooh, what you got for me? Rebel yell. Not too fussed in the old rebel yell, but we'll stick it on for a little change. Yeah, and check on that skull again. No, okay, so that is a something. Let's just go through our makeshift doorway for the moment. Oh. Not on this floor. Next floor up.
Get back here, old man! Try and catch me!
That's just a bust on his deck. That's not even a bust on his decade. It's just a light. That's starting to become a bit of a theme on this channel. Shooting at random lights that I think are more relevant now.
Someone pushed that guy out of his wheelchair. Who does that? Ah, the G364 OP3 door opening module. You know what they say? When the almighty robot policeman closes the door, just open that thing back up.
Too many to count. Pathetic end for a pathetic creature.
Face your doom!
Here, kitty!
Dead. Even though you're dead. Whoa. Tink. Is there a tink in the wall? Oh. Just jumped out of the washing machine. Let's open a few more of these things. It's a little endorphin kick every time. Every time you click on the green light. In spite of my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
I lost him.
Running
The
around,
cabaret theater's up ahead.
hitting the little
Push
button.
through.
Refill that. So we're actually getting to one of my favourite parts of the story. Well, not that it's a favourite part of the story, it's just I like the location and I like the boss. And the boss is actually semi inspiration for the channel. Although there ends up being sort of a few different things to that. And the artwork for the channel and everything will be changing fairly soon, also for my other main gaming channel. Which currently is This Ice Will Break, but that'll be changing to something else very soon. And this one will just be getting a tidy up with the artworks and things.
I know only the...
Hey, Vault Thief.
Yeah.
Something your dead siren friend couldn't do.
Goliaths have been a long staple in the Borderlands games for a long time, and I feel like they could do with a bit more bit more love. So it's great to see. Oh, excuse me. Great to see Billy. I think Billy is a very cool boss. Just a Goliath, just, you know, amped up to 11. Very, very cool with the anointment on him. Yeah, I like this idea of the anointed. And I've got some ideas that I'm gonna spit out about that on a video soon. What Troy and Tyrene may have left behind. But yeah, this guy's pretty much the peak of Troy's endeavors. At least from what we get to see. Like, I think there's a couple other unique anointed that we'll deal with along the way, including Rachel the Anointed, I think is another one that's quite cool. But I think Billy's probably my favourite out of all the anointed characters. Handsome Jack tames Pandora. I was thinking it was saying James Pandora. I was thinking, surely his name is Jack. Harder than hard production. Nice OG BL2 screen there. Good old Typhon. So this is the chap that's been talking to us on the voice logs. Good to have a face for the name. The greatest explorer of all time! Definitely needs work.
The unlocking mechanism is hidden in the presets for the stage. Look around for some clues as to which props need to be out.
Surely.
You've done it. That trapdoor on the stage leads
Never
right
trust
to my
myself.
father's study. Hurry, you've got to search it.
Remember, you can't trust anybody.
What am I hunting for down here?
I'm not entirely sure. My father said he kept all his records down there. Look for something record-like.
Could have been quite fun to have a section here where you're sort of going into like a more of a movie lot connected to it. And they could have had a sort of funny thing where everything was going wrong and it ended up you had cardboard rack and other things coming at you, and the game could have just treated it like normal, but you'd have just had these 2D versions of everything. Could have been good fun. I hope you're listening, Gearbox. Don't just put all these good ideas out there for no reason. I'm trying to help you.
Of course. He meant record literally.
Of course.
That record's as old as Jacobs Corporation, and I got the only Ligno phonograph player in the entire system. If he wanted to leave me a message, that must be it. Bring it on back to the lodge, Vault Hunter.
Yes,
I
sir.
will see you momentarily.
Oh, the loot. The loot. Ooh. A useless piece of trash.
Leaving so soon? Very well. Let me at least explain myself. You mean nothing to me, so I sold you to the Calypso twins. But so you know, I will get the vault key. Because I'm rich. And rich people get what they want.
Okay, so that wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be anyway. I was thinking we had to go through all the next sort of section, and we ended up at the Aurelia fight. But that's just our little part-way stop. So Aurelia will be dealt with next time. I'm just going to go and check a couple of things around here. Aha, I've done all the voice logs. Oh my goodness, it's horrifying! What's going on? This is my cave. Get out. Get out. Sorry, cave. We showed him. Okay, so yeah, because we got all the Typhon audio logs in this part of the map, we were allowed that Typhon chest, special chest. Leave the rest of the wildlife around here. I'm not sure, there we go, I thought there was another claptrap as well, so we'll get that ticked off. We'll get back to the lodge, and then that will be the end of this section.
Oh, looks like someone was a chew toy for a Saurian. I get it, we're delicious. With that ultra premium grade multitasking personality modifier, my new best friend will be able to cower and grandstand at the same time.
Nice. Cowering and grandstanding is nice done when in conjunction. I don't really need to do this, I can just fast travel back, but just to connect up where we are, so this is back to Merle and where we entered the area before we headed up. Voice log. Grab that. Hello. There we go.
I'm drunk, and I know you're drunk too, and that's why you're gonna sit there and let me have my say. Here it is. My say. I ain't the one, Monty. I ain't the one.
Right. And we can zippity zip zap back to the lodge. Just like this. Through the power of the future. Future power is pretty cool. Okay.
Vault Hunter, so you spoke with my sister and lived to tell the tale.
Never mind the harpy. That record. May I see it, Vault Hunter?
You may. Going over here.
Still can't believe the
Character's got a bit confused with the load there. Always good for a bit of fun.
my record player working.
Where you going?
You know Aurelia's gonna send all those damn
These guys are having a problem.
We're gonna last long enough to open that.
What you doing, guys?
We'll need an army of
You need to get to the record player, which is right there, buddy boy. You're going the wrong way.
Take back Eden 6, and we'll start with the town of Reliance. I hired a gunslinger named Clay to lend a hand. He's waiting for you outside the town.
Right, okay, he's not getting to that bit yet. Fair enough.
You're a terrible negotiator.
I am a terrible negotiator. Whoa!
I'm only a witch of the 4th Aleph. Still got a long ways to go.
I like your hat. Okay, so next time we'll be going off and meeting Clay and continuing to work towards taking down Aurelia. I should have used that perk, but we will do that next time. Right. Well, that's going to be it for today, but thank you very much for sticking around. Thanks very much for coming along for the journey as we carry on with Borderlands 3. Next time we'll track down Clay and we'll go and deal with Aurelia. But for now, that is it. If you did enjoy this content, please do stick around. Please do watch more of my videos. Please do support me in all the standard YouTube ways. And I will catch you next time, Vault Hunters. Take it easy. Peace out.